What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the second instalment of the Stafford Rangers save. This is the mid-season review stage. There isn't going to be a live com today because there's going to be a separate video after this one, probably tomorrow or the day after, depending on when I get a chance to record it, and that will have a live com in it. It's a big game, we're going to make a big deal out of it. So, for now, we're going to have a look at how we've got on so far this season, look at the signings, results. I'm going to show you a few goals and stuff, and yeah, we'll take it from there. So, here are the transfers. Following on from the players that we signed in the first episode, we've done a little bit of recruitment as the season has gone along, as we've started to see where we needed a lot of improvement or backup or whatever. The first signing was probably the biggest we've made this season so far. Absolutely astonishing to get him. A few people have said on Twitter that they've had him at this level before, so I thought maybe it's because it's a custom database with the lower leagues opened up, but it does seem that he is always willing to drop down quite low, which is pretty cool. So we've got ourselves Milan Bars. He is a very, very good player, very solid player. His stats for the season haven't been as good as I would have hoped, but he has been a very important player in it. He may not be getting the direct assist, but he's kind of creating the chances, getting the assist for the assist, if you know what I mean. So he's been superb. Won't be having him for very long, I don't think. His contract does run out at the end of the season, and I'm pretty sure that he's probably going to, be snapped up before the end of the season. He may refuse a new deal or something like that, but we'll see. We'll keep our fingers crossed, and hopefully we'll keep them crossed, and Jonathan Ross took over, and hopefully we'll be able to keep him for another season or two and get a bit of money off him. Former Birmingham and Peterborough goalkeeper Josh Tibbetts has come in. He is now our number one. He's done really well. He's come in, taken the number one spot, made it his own. He's been absolutely superb so far. Not really made the mistakes that the other two goalkeepers have made when they've played, so it's been a decent signing. I can't take credit for this one. My director of football actually brought him to me and I okayed the deal, so Doff has pulled off a decent signing there. Young Nathan Moore at right back, he's coming. Paul Bignett has been released from the club. He wanted to go because he wasn't getting enough game time. He wasn't on a contract, so we let him go. But Nathan Moore has come in and has done really, really well. He's been a solid addition to the back. He likes to pick the ball up and run with it. He's to be fair, his flair is only one. And I don't understand why he decides that he can do all these runs, but he does, and he does them very well. He causes a lot of trouble for the opposition's players, and he's been a really solid addition. Been really pleased with him. Him and John Moran have both performed really, really solidly, to be fair, in the right back position. Bit of experience here in Dean Smalley. He's been around quite a bit in the Football League. Oldham, Rochdale, Chesterfield, Bradford, Oxford, Plymouth, Newport. Dropped into non-league with Ashton, Chester, Hyde, and now he's with us. Just a bit of experience. Needed somebody out on the right. Because obviously we've got Bars and Bailey Jones and Charles to a degree, but we just need somebody out on the right. He's come in, he's done a very good job, couple of assists and a goal in 4 games. Pretty decent, to be fair. Luke Ashworth has come in as well, a bit of defensive bulking. Okoye, who we signed in the first episode, has come to me and asked to be put on the transfer list because he can't settle in the area. Tried to talk him round, gave him a leave of absence and all that sort of stuff. Just wasn't having any of it. He's not happy in the area, so we've put him up for sale. We've just offered him out on a free. He didn't cost us anything, so I've just offered him out on a free because nobody will pay money for him. And he's talking to a couple of clubs at the moment. So Luke Ashworth has come in sort of to fill that void when he goes. He scored a goal already. I think he actually scored against Hyde. I'm pretty sure. I think it was against Hyde he scored, one of his former clubs. I think that was his debut goal. So he's done all right. He's not started the games as much, but he's been more of a... Because we've been going with Jones and Burns, he's been more of a, either off the bench or when we've rotated the team due to fitness and stuff, he's come in. But he's done a solid job so far. They've all been solid, to be fair. And last but by no means least, we've just picked up Dylan Parker. This is the guy, I think I called him Josh Parker in the first episode. I couldn't remember his first name. But this is Dylan Parker. Picked him up on a free from Stratford. He was having a fairly decent season there. He's come in, he's got a goal for us now. He scored 3 in 3 in the FA Cup preliminary rounds for them, qualifying rounds. But the bonus is it doesn't make him cup tied for when he joined us. So we can now use him in the FA Cup. And you'll see why I'm saying that in a second. So I've just filtered out the cup games for now so we can focus on the Football League games. The Football League, well, the league games, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. So we opened the season with a 0-0 draw against Buxton, which I don't think was too bad. I thought we played relatively well. We then followed that up with our first home game of the season, a 2-1 win over Atherton Collieries. It was a really good, really strong game from us. I know we conceded a goal, but it was an own goal at the end. It was thoroughly undeserved, really. They didn't give us much in terms of a fight in that one. We then played FC United of Manchester away from home, and John Moran scored an absolute stonker of a goal. We even went 1-0 down in this match. Owolabi with a lovely goal there, pretty poor from the goalkeeper, but it was a lovely finish. But then Hill found Davis, and watch this in a second from Moran. Watch this from Moran. Bang, have that. What a stonker that is. And then it was finished off with a Luke Jones penalty, and that was followed by a lovely ball in here from Taylor Jones over to Bars. It was classed as an own goal, but it was his goal really. So we followed that with another 3-1 win against Lancaster, a solid performance again, another penalty from Jones. In the early stages of the season, Jones was actually the leading goal scorer for quite a while. We then got beat 1-0 3 games in a row by Ashton, Radcliffe, who were top at the time, and Warrington. All three were pretty poor performances. We bounced back with a 4-1 win over strugglers Witton. Jones, Grayson, Bailey Jones and Jones Griffiths with the goals in that one. And then we were on a bit of a a bit of an unbeaten run then. Nantwich were beaten by 1 goal to nil. That was a massive win for us because they had actually taken over at the top of the table at this point. So we managed to beat, they were top and they dropped to about 4th actually, come to think of it. We beat those. That dropped them out of the playoff places and pushed us into the playoff places, which was nice. We beat Grantham by 2 goals to nil. Burns and Jones with the goals in that one. And then we came up against Scarborough. Green with a lovely goal in that one, if I remember rightly. And I think it was a free kick, I think it was in the end. I'm pretty sure. A 1-0 win there. Then we beat Stalybridge by 5 goals to 1. A really solid performance in that one. Davis, Jones, Griffiths and Bailey Jones in there. We've got to think about people with Jones in their name, I've noticed. Not intentionally, but we have. Millen Barr's got his first official goal for us in the league with a 1-1 draw against Basford. We should have done better in that one, really. We conceded late on. It was a bit of a pain in the backside. We then hosted Matlock and beat them by 2 goals to 1. Millen Barrs again, and Matt Hill, the veteran, with a couple of goals in that one. Well, not with a couple of goals, but you know what I mean. And then we played Hyde United, a 2-2 draw there. Luke Ashworth getting his first goal for the club against his former club. A 1-0 defeat to South Shields. They're flying at the top. They're going to win the league. It'll be difficult for anybody to beat them to the league now. Then Dylan Parker came up with his first goal for the club in a 1-1 draw against Gainsborough. We drew 2-2 with Mickletover. Jones Griffith with both the goals in that one. And Dean Smalley opened his account for the club away at Whitby in the last match for a 1-1 draw. So that leaves the table looking like this. We're currently in 6th position. 21 games is the halfway point, which a lot of the teams are on. But because of our cup games and stuff, we've kind of missed out on a couple of games. So we do have a few in hand, so we could catch up. Like I say, South Shields are 6 points ahead. They are flying in a way, and they've got a couple of games in hand, so you would expect them to pull further away as the season progresses. But all in all, we've done fantastically well. Witton struggling, which surprised me, in Gainsborough. Both those two struggling surprised me a little bit. SC United not having the best of seasons, but early season favourites Radcliffe are up there. Nantwich, who they predicted around about mid-table and I said would do better, are currently sat in the playoff places, and we're just outside them. But I do honestly feel that if we can just stop conceding silly goals, we'll be able to push on and get into the playoff places. I can't see us not making them, touch wood. I'm tempting fate here a little bit, but I'll be surprised if we don't make the playoffs. In terms of the finances, the board I tweeted out the other day had given us 80 grand to help with money causes, but because of a little cut run, we're going to go through that in a moment. I'm going to just show you briefly because we're going to look into the cut run a bit more in depth when we do the video. Because of the games we played in the cup and stuff and progressing through the rounds, we've actually managed to make quite a bit of money. Obviously in real life you wouldn't make the money the way we're making it. I don't think it's so much easier to make money in Football Manager once you figure out a decent way to go about it. I got the board to up the wage budget a little bit for players by about £1,000 or something, which allowed us to make a few more signings. We are over the wage budget, but we're in a good financial position overall. We're doing okay with it, so you know, you can kind of stretch it a little bit, not too much though. I'm looking forward to seeing what youth players we can get in at some point. That will be grand. Now the Club Vision page, I'm struggling with that because I'm outside the wage budget. If I could get them to up it a bit more, or if we sell somebody and some money comes in, I can alter the budget a bit, we'll be okay. I'm not going to get sacked for struggling in that because I'm doing alright in the other stuff. They're very pleased with us avoiding relegation. They wanted us to reach the third qualifying round. They're very pleased with that. We haven't started in the Build Base trophy. We're doing alright in the Varsity trophy. We got through the first round very easily, but they're not bothered in that. And you know, we're doing all right. We're kind of smashing those, to be fair. So yeah, the Velocity Trophy started well. We beat Canvey Island 9-1 away from home. 2 for Luke Jones, a hat-trick for Bars, 2 for Ben Mills, 1 for Charles and 1 for Okoye, who obviously now wants to leave the club. I've told you all about that. We go on to play Bury Town in the second round, so that one has gone really, really well. We've not played yet, but we've got Peterborough Sports in the Build Base FA Trophy first round, so I'm hoping, I'm expecting, I'll be disappointed if we don't get through to the second round of that one. But it is the FA Cup where we have really excelled in terms of cup competition this season. When I do the video, I'm going to show you the goals from all these games and then we'll go into it. But we've got Burton Albion away in the first round of the FA Cup, so we should get a decent whack of money from the gates on that one. I was hoping it would be put on telly. It hasn't been yet, so I doubt that it will be now, so we won't get TV money, but that is a cracking draw. I'm really looking forward to it. It's probably going to be the point where we exit the cup, if I'm honest. I think they'll just have a bit too much for us, but we're going to go there and we're going to give it a bloody good go. But as you can see in the cup, we beat Guernsey in the first round 5-1. This stunned me because I honestly thought Guiseley would put up a lot harder fight than they did, but we beat them 4-1 in their own backyard. They have been struggling a bit. Managed by Marcus Bignett, Paul Bignett's brother, by the way, just a little tidbit for you there. We then went to Concord and narrowly beat them by 1-0, a penalty from Mr. Jones. A 2-2 draw at Leamington saw us go to a replay, and we relied on penalties to get past Leamington, which tees us up for the game that will be in the video, probably a day or two away, where we play Burton in the FA Cup. So all in all, we've had a damn good start to the season. So we'll leave you on this page. You can see how we've done in the league so far. The highest we've got to is 3rd. But that's not bad, I don't think. For a team that was tipped to finish 21st, we're not doing too badly at all. Apart from Okoye, the new players have settled in well. Matt Bailey's not been as involved as I thought he would be, but when he has been involved, he's done a really good job. And the other new boys, Bars has been fantastic. And it's early days for Parker, but I've signed him a lot in the past, and he normally comes very, very good when you need him to. So we'll see, but hopefully when we come to the end of season review, there'll be some playoff games that are involved in that review or after that review, and we can get up to the Vanarama North-South level. That'll be lovely. Anyway guys, that's it for now. I want to say a massive thank you for the massive support on the first video. I keep saying this, but I've been away for a while, so to come back and get that support was fantastic. Thank you to all the Stafford Ranger fans who have reached out and stuff and commented. Really appreciate it. I hope I can do you proud. Sorry there's no live com in this game, but I thought I'll do this and then we'll have a focused live com against Burton in the next video, and then we'll do the end of season. And like I say, hopefully tagged on after that will be some playoff games. Anyway guys, remember to leave a like on the video. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. Drop a comment in below, let us know how you think we're doing, you know, and tell me, it's a shame about Okoye, but you know, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Anyway, guys, I'm out of time for now. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And until probably 2 days' time when we play Burton, up the borough. Come on.